This program is brought to you by Windhoek Lager, the perfect beer after the perfect round. Windhoek Lager. Devonvale Golf and Wine Estate near Stellenbosch provided the setting for the 2021 South African finals of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs competition. This two-day event hosted just 3 months after the postponed 2020 finals as amateur golf is getting back to normality. An estimated 15,000 club golfers took part in this edition. After 10 regional tournaments, 60 pairs from all over South Africa travelled to the Western Cape, and after doing a super job first time around, Devonvale and African Sports Management welcomed back the participants for an experience of a lifetime.
Everybody that played in the season 6, as we term it, has come through. All the regionals have taken place. We had huge support from the golf clubs, from the clubs where we had the regionals, and from the players. So everybody made the journey to get here fairly easy at the end of the day.
The 2021 champions will join Season 5 ladies winners Sonia Curler and Suzanne Christian from Somerset West Golf Club, runners-up Henny Hammer and Dick Coetzee from Paarl Golf Club, and winners Darvel Leroux and Reese Human from Kuilsrivier Golf Club. The stakes are incredibly high.
The ladies and the gents that win here by the end of tomorrow are this year's champion golfers for amateur golfers, and they will go on to represent their country against 35 other countries, and that is also broadcasted on an international basis. So it helps the golf fraternity not only in South Africa but right throughout the world.
The incentive, of course, massive, probably the biggest prize up for grabs for an amateur golfer in South Africa. A fully paid trip to Portugal for the World Finals. The winners and runners-up in the men's competition and the top-placed team in the ladies section would qualify to travel to Europe, where they will compete against club players from 35 other countries.
Just look at the Olympics, what the Olympics have done for the team sport in different countries. So we are never going to be able to play in the Olympics as normal golfers. We're never going to be able to play in the Ryder Cup as normal golfers. But we've got the opportunity to play in the international pairs on a world stage as normal golfers.
The COVID pandemic has and continues to have a devastating effect on all levels of society. Lives have been lost and economies severely impacted. Through all of this, though, international pairs have had the backing and support of a loyal sponsor, and one that has been there since the introduction of international pairs in South Africa and Africa 6 years ago.
We, the players, I see it every day when I speak to players, when I speak to clubs, expressing their thankfulness towards Windhoek Lager in fulfilling the commitment that was made prior to COVID and everything else in the changing world, and sticking to that commitment in delivering something that they absolutely love to participate in.
Once registered and kitted out, the 30 teams were welcomed to Stellenbosch by International Pairs Board Chairman Gerard Conradi. And a friendly reminder that the rules would be strictly enforced and every effort would be made to maintain the integrity of the competition. Handicaps are strictly monitored and adjusted to ensure a fair competition. Early next morning, the 30 pairs teed off. There were 7 pairs of ladies playing for 1 spot in the World Finals, and 22 pairs of men and 1 mixed pair competing for 2 places in the World Finals. This final was one of the most diversified and demographically representative in the history of the event. From miners and farmers to doctors and the assistant director of an observatory like Pearl Mbeje and Poncho Maruping.
We met on the golf course, we're good partners, we've been doing very well, we travel together. So it's been wonderful. I would encourage everyone to do it. And it's also good for your health because you exercise.
Everyone who knows me is really surprised, to be honest. But we've had a blast because this is the most competitive competition we've been part of. So, yeah.
No, I agree with her. Really, we've never played any big competition. This is the biggest we've ever done. Yes, we've played league, we've played all the other competition, but this one is the best. We're looking forward to go to Portugal. We'll try harder tomorrow. We really want to win.
A good spread of clubs was present at the final, with participants from Aggeneys, Alexander Bay, Sishen, Mooinooi and Grahamstown representing the small clubs. Some of the bigger clubs present were King David Mowbray, Kuilsrivier, Wanderers, Centurion, Glendower and Rand Park. The opportunity to play competitive amateur golf and meet fellow club golfers from all corners of the country, a unique experience for everyone in the field.
An absolute blessing to have golf during COVID. I'm a tour guide, so I haven't worked in over 19 months, and if it wasn't for Windhoek and the sponsorship and the opportunity to get here, I don't know what we would have done without just having golf to relax our minds and to take the stress off not working. So Windhoek has absolutely spoilt us, and international pairs is such a way to get, I think, the whole community around the country together, and to be in the final is just incredible. And the course is looking magnificent, and we really, really are so lucky.
We're all just normal people. We're all
Trying our best.
average golfers. You know, we're not on the circuit. We just sometimes have days of glory and other days where everything just falls apart. So, you know, we'll definitely encourage them all to join the comp next year and to have
Try
a
and
go.
build the ladies section massively, absolutely.
Since the first Windhoek Lager International Pairs competition was held in 2016, efforts were made to get as many clubs as possible into the event. This is bearing fruit, as the number of clubs represented in the SA finals have increased. While some of the established clubs and long-time supporters of this competition maintain their presence, the 2021 field also included teams from clubs who only recently introduced international pairs.
Well, in my club, it was the first time playing Windhoek pairs. However, we have known about this competition for quite some time. It is indeed popular. There are other clubs that we have had playing the Windhoek pairs. And then it was our first experience as the club. And on a first experience to qualify to this level, it was a great achievement for us.
When we were told that out of 15,000 players, we are the guys who managed to come here. And if you look the way things have put together, and it's a top, it's big than the club thought it is. You see, it is a good event. So I'll encourage everybody to participate to it and take the opportunities as it comes.
When we've had so many competitions, to qualify to be here, it took a long time considering the COVID issues, but we still managed to make it through. We really appreciate the sponsorship by Windhoek, and we also looking forward to still play it in future. Yeah, it's quite popular in our club. Every time there is a Windhoek competition, the club is full.
Teams are always encouraged to have fun. The Orkney pair of Ruan Stander and Jakes Lowe took this to heart. They have a tradition of doing a bolomakisi or somersault when a birdie is scored. They combined fun and good golf, resulting in 4 birdies on the opening round.
Yeah, so me and my partner has this rule. If we make birdies, we do bomlakisis. So if you don't do a bomlakisi, a birdie doesn't come again. Yeah. So we made 4 today actually. 4 bomlakisis.
Yes. At the end of the day is, just enjoy it. It's a super tournament, and thank you. It's nice to be associated, and we're proud to be here, and it's nice having us here.
And obviously as jy wint in die Kaap, waar jy nie golf speel, jy bly op jou sitkamerbank.
In fact, the Orkney pair did so well that they found themselves in joint second place with Hendrik Roeder and Dennis Howland from Sardonia Golf Club after the first round on 39 Stableford points. Gladwin Opel and Heinrich Meisenheimer from Alexander Bay topped the leaderboard, which saw only 3 points separating the top 6 teams, leaving all to play for in the second round. Danielle van Heerden and Janelle Strydom from Mooinooi in the northwest were leading the ladies' competition, 4 points ahead of the Kuilsrivier pair of Debbie Tasker and Deirdre Venter. A perfect ending to a near-perfect day in the Western Cape. Next day and second round would be a completely different challenge altogether. Day 2, windy and cold, and a far cry from the conditions the day before. Add the nerves, and some of the golfers were in for a long, tough day. While Danielle van Heerden and Janelle Strydom were always leading the ladies section, the battle for second was a tight contest. The Mount Edgecombe pair of Gwyneth Starling and Jane Sanielli came in on 76 points to finish as runners-up.
It's been a wonderful 3 days. Absolutely spoilt. The golf course is a beautiful golf course. Greens are slick. It put us to the test. Oh, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. We like this.
We didn't know that, but that's wonderful.
We feel like winners.
Yeah.
The 2 young ladies from Mooinooi, 24-year-old Janelle Strydom and her 29-year-old partner Danielle van Heerden, maintained their lead throughout, despite the testing conditions. Janelle's dad, Mario Strydom, and his partner Piet van Wyk became the first ever South African pair to win the International Pairs World title in 2019 in Portugal.
Well, he will probably say I got the talent from him. But yeah, it's very nice to follow in his footsteps and actually do it ourselves and not just going to Portugal with him.
Yeah, for fun.
Yeah. It felt like we were treated like professionals, and it's nice to play competitive golf again. So it was very nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was quite intimidating, the holes where there were cameras. That was really intimidating, but you really felt very professional, and they took really good care of us as players, and not only on the course but in the hotel as well. It was very, very nice.
Strydom and Van Heerden scored 43 and 36 points over round 1 and 2 respectively for a total of 79 points. Enough to clinch the ladies' title by 3 points over Starling and Sanyeli, followed by Tasker and Venter. In the men's and mixed division, things were much tighter. The Sishen Golf Club pair of PSC De Bruyn and VL Alberts were clubhouse leaders on 81 points after a 4-pointer by Alberts on the 17th. In the very last 4-wall, both pairs still had the opportunity to tie them before teeing off on the last hole, which would have meant a possible 3-way playoff. Sardonia's Rueder and Howland and Alexander Bay's Opel and Meisenheimer ended up on 80 points, handing the title outright to the Sishen pair.
I've seen it on TV and heard about it from the guys here as well, so we understand it's quite big, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
It's a great opportunity, not just from our side as a small town, but representing South Africa out of the Windhoek pace to go there. So it's a great achievement.
The playoff for second place and the last spot for the International Pairs World Final was contested between the pairs from Sardonia Golf Club and a very young team from Alexander Bay. Sardonia won the first playoff hole by a single point.
I must say many thanks to Johan and his team. They're doing actually awesome planning, getting all the people together. I mean, it's everybody from South Africa, and I mean, I can't think of one thing that went wrong. I mean, all thanks goes to them.
Yeah, and it's an awesome experience with Windhoek as the main sponsor. And like Dennis said, Johan and team and all the sponsors involved for making it so comfortable for us at the course, and especially Devonvale for offering the club for us for 2 days. So thanks to them, and the course was in a magnificent condition.
So second place went to Hendré Rueder and Dennis Howland from Sardonia Golf Club in Tshwane, followed by Gladwin Opel and Heinrich Meisenheimer from Alexander Bay. The winners had all the reasons in the world to pop the champagne and celebrate. They will join the 2020 winners at the World International Pairs Finals at the JJW's Pinheiros Altos Golf Course in Portugal's Algarve estate next year. The season's 7 South African finals will be hosted by Riviera on Vaal Resort in September 2022. South Africa's biggest golf tournament is set to become even bigger and better. Goodbye from Devonvale. This program is brought to you by Windhoek Lager, the perfect beer after the perfect round. Windhoek Lager.